that we record this. So yay, press record. All right. So we were talking about how the best way that we could share maybe our top tips with our entire team in one place. And so a few of the leaders have volunteered tonight, and you see the schedule, to share their best practices. So for the next 2 hours, yes, 2 hours, you are going to get some of our top coach tips. And I'm pulling up the schedule because I took a picture of it so that I could look at it. There it is. So I am from 7:10 to 7:20. So basically, I'm just introducing everybody, and I'm just saying, hey, you guys, welcome to our Made to Thrive Surge. And tonight I'm going to be talking about selfies and lighting. So I was trying to find that selfie song, and it just kind of backfired in my face. I'm also going to talk a little bit about sharing your story, and because I'm going to be in and out between every person, I might wait and break it up and just kind of hit on what everybody else is talking about so that I'm not flooding you or wasting your time, since now I've taken 1 minute. So as we're getting started, this is really for any coach. This is for anybody on our team. I want you to take this recording. I want you to share it. I want you to know the schedule and say, oh my gosh, you guys, guess what? There was a great training about nutrition in our surge. Cami did it. Or there was a great training about free challenge groups and Nicole did it. Here, listen, take this and break it up. This is like personal development spliced up, so you can take it and give this to someone and say, hit on this, watch this. So my topic is on lighting and selfies, and I did this for a reason, because when I first became a coach, I sat in a dark room and I thought, this is good, and I would just do whatever, and I'd have like blinds striped on my face, and you could kind of see dark and light, and I was like, this is good, this is real, this is me. No, I learned very quickly that it doesn't take a lot of effort to turn on a light or get in a natural lit window or move some stuff from behind me or set up a better picture or just take time to take a great picture. One thing I don't want you guys to do is to completely blow your workout and focus only on taking great pictures. Like, have your workout, and taking a sweaty selfie is probably the best advertising or best sharing that you could possibly do. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the most amazing pose ever of like how beautiful I am. You guys, you just worked out. You should be sweaty. You should be like, oh my gosh, that sucked. Be real. Be you. Show your kids. Think about your niche. Think about who you're trying to reach. If you're trying to reach the other moms, it's okay to have laundry in the background. It's okay to show working out with your kids. Or for the dog lovers, I've tried to work out and I have puppies all over me, and it's hilarious, but it just shows that we get it done no matter what. So there's always a method and a message behind the madness. Or Amy, I've seen many times her like, you know what, it's 10 o'clock at night and it was a long day and there's no way I was going to go to sleep without working out. And so it's dark outside and she's got some light on her and she's like, I got it done, good night. You know, what a great message for all those moms, dads, parents, just busy people out there who are like, I don't have time. That's a bunch of junk. You absolutely have time if you make it. So what I want to talk to you about is taking a great picture. I've seen a lot of people take pictures and I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's so dark, or there's so much behind you guys that you're not the one shining through. So when you're taking a selfie or you're taking a picture, you guys remember just a couple things. Natural light is amazing. If you think it's too dark, it probably is. Go outside, get in a window, find a well-lit area. You don't want to have half your face blacked out or this side of your face shrouded. You want to show a great picture of you. And remember, smile. Remember, make a funny face. Show some personality. But a picture of you just like deadpan, wow, she loved her workout. She's super happy. Keep scrolling. Like, I don't want to look at that. And not to be ugly or mean, and please don't take anything that I say or anybody says tonight as a personal attack, because this is not. Because promise, I've done it. I've taken some pictures where I was like, wow, I don't know who that was reaching. I'm pretty sure that was just a waste of my time and a waste of your time. So when you're taking a picture, make sure that you're not taking a picture down your shirt, ladies. Hello, the girls do not need to come out to play. Make sure it's a picture of your face. If you're trying to highlight something, move your hair out of the way. If you want to show a muscle, make sure that you're showing that muscle, or make sure that, you're taking the picture where you are getting what you want in the picture. I take pictures in the mirrors because you can see full body if you're taking a picture of an outfit, or you're taking a picture of a non-scale victory where you fit into jeans for the first time. Show the jeans. Don't say, hey, non-scale victory, I fit into this awesome skirt, and then nobody sees the skirt. And so take a picture of that. Be proud of it. But my problem, and you guys have probably caught me doing this a few times, I have boxes still in my house from moving here, and I just kind of shove them in random places. Well, if I take a picture in the wrong angle, you're going to see all those boxes. So I don't want people to be distracted by that stuff. So just think, when you're composing a picture, what's the story I'm trying to tell? What is it I'm trying to convey here? I love to see Tara's cow. Like, I just kind of expect her cow and her blanket and her grandma sweaters. That's kind of her three things. So she's really good about putting those things in her pictures because people comment on those. Those have become part of her niche. For me, I might get my dog in my picture and people comment, wow, your dog looks super enthused. Well, I'm like holding a plank and working out and my dog's turned over on his back sleeping. Yeah, that's my life. So I'm telling a story every time I take a picture. I'm not just taking a random picture. I want to think, what's the post I'm trying to make here? What is it I'm trying to say when I'm taking this picture? Sorry, you guys, I do not mean to sniff, but for whatever reason, I have some serious allergy issues started today. So, and I keep going back. I'm not texting people. I'm just making sure that I'm staying on time because Tara is next. So, I'm sitting in front of a window. The sun went down while I was getting started. So I could have, watch what happens when I turn this light off. Where'd I go? Make sure you're well lit. It doesn't take a lot to just move. I mean, literally, guys, this is a light bulb. I'm not kidding you. It's a light bulb. I took the cover off because it wasn't bright enough. Little thing I learned, but if I don't have that put right there, you can't see my face. Okay? So just a couple things. When you are taking a picture or doing a video or making a video for someone, make sure they can see your face. Make sure you're engaged. Make sure you're excited. Make sure that when you're taking a picture of food that you're not like, wow, it looks brown and disgusting. Make sure it has vibrant colors. So before I go any further, some of my favorite apps, food apps, yes. So I had a lady actually thank me for posting what I ate while we were in Colorado. First time ever. Because I'm like, my kids are making fun of me, and they're like, oh my gosh, here she goes in taking a picture of her food. But I wanted to show people, when you're in an airport, when you are at a restaurant, don't be afraid to ask for whatever it is you want or whatever fits your goals. Sure, I could have eaten a whole basket of fries easily. No problem there. But I ordered a kale salad. I had the chicken taken off because I'm vegan. I had the nuts taken off because I'm allergic. And I showed how beautiful it was. What I did do, however, was I put a filter on it to make it pop because we're sitting in the shade. And so it was like, that lettuce looks a little crazy green. So there's nothing wrong with, on Instagram or even on Facebook, you can now add filters. But goodness, my favorite is on Instagram. Thank you, Michelle. That really means a lot to me. On Instagram, it was just one of the filters that changed it just enough, not like, whoa, that was amazing and totally fake looking, but just made the colors pop. So my favorite apps to take pictures with are, of course, my iPhone. But then if I take a picture that is maybe really close up and I have dry skin, and let's just face it, I'm 40 now. I have wrinkles. I know you don't believe I'm 40. Thank you so much for saying that, or thinking it at least. Snapseed and, oh my gosh, my brain just went blah, blah, blah. Facetune, Tune, are two of my favorite apps to just smooth a couple things, not look like I'm a porcelain doll. Because trust me, you can tell when people have edited their photos. But if I go in and like I have some sun damage and I just smooth things up, people are not focused on, wow, look at that. You know, she kind of looks really tired. It's just a nice picture. So those are two of my favorite apps. And I wanted to share the others with you. Like I said, I use Snapseed, Snapseed, a lot to just pop colors, to add a little bit more light. Like I said, I have crazy lighting through one of my windows in the mornings, and so it might be a little dark, and all I have to do is change the highlights and maybe the contrast and just play with it. No one taught me how to use these things. I just played with them. But I can also add like a really cool hue to them, different things. Play with these apps and use them to just make your picture stand out like nobody else's. Well, my English is terrible. A couple other apps that I use. A lot of new coaches say, how do you take your pictures? Well, I literally prop it up on a book or plant, or I have crates and then I have a plant and then I just make it work. And I don't have any fancy setup, promise. I used to have one and I lost it and I broke it. So I just use whatever's laying around the house and I jimmy rig that thing. I use burst mode, B-U-R-S-T, capital M-O-D-E. If I am going to take lots of pictures of like action sequences, so say I want a picture of I'm in court of force and I am punching, I take 500 pictures and it just snap, 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 snap. And then what I do is I go back through. I'll just show you like a recent one. I can go back through and I can look at all of the pictures of me taking a handstand and pick the one I like the best and save it and delete the rest. So when people go, wow, how'd you do that? Not talented, just have a cool app. So Burst Mode is another app that I have. Now, you guys might not know how to use Snapchat. Me either. It's not my favorite thing. I'm learning. I'm gaining some traction. But their filters are so amazing. And there is one that I use a lot, and I used it when I was taking pictures with some girlfriends of mine, and they were like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? That filter is amazing. Or your camera. They thought my camera was super special. I'm like, iPhone 7, nothing special. But just that there's one of the filters. It just looks like a smiley face with rosy cheeks. It just gets all the flaws. That's it. Just makes you look kind of perfect. And so that's what I use to take pictures like that. That's just me with makeup on. But that's in a window. And I had so many nice comments about that photo alone. So just make sure it's the pretty filter. You're right, Kristen. I call it just my only filter. So another thing is, I know I'm running out of time. I have 7 minutes. I have my favorite spots in the house to take pictures. You can see that a lot of coaches do. Christina Delgado is one of my favorites. You can tell her favorite spot to take pictures is. She has one in her bathroom mirror where she always takes her pictures after she's worked out because she's in her workout clothes. When she gets dressed up, there's one in her foyer where she gets full body. Then there's one in her kitchen in front of a window where she props it up on the table and she'll take those like morning shots with her Shakeology. You will find her in 3 different settings because those are what she has found to work the best. I think I'm the same way. My natural lighting at certain times of the day is great through my windows. If it's not, my guest bathroom has this shimmery wallpaper, just makes everybody look like they have a pretty glow. So when you see me take pictures of like these kind of things, that's my guest bathroom because that wallpaper is shimmery and it just gives a nice glow. A full body shot is in my bathroom mirror and I have to filter that because the lighting is different. You have to find what works for you, but make sure that you are taking a good picture from the top looking down, not bottom looking up, and make sure that your whole face is in it. And if you need help, prop it up. Like prop it up against that light right there or that window and just make sure that you're telling the story that you want to with the picture you're taking. So real quickly, I mean, I don't know if we're going to take questions now. We have a couple minutes, but if there are any questions about lighting or selfies, I can tell you what I've learned. But literally, when it comes to photography, those are my apps, and I've shared all of them with you. That is a collage app. I rarely use it. That's Burst Mode. There's Snapseed, iMovie, I do use to make movies. And there is Facetune. There's my camera. Oh, Rona, I add text to things. Same with WordSwag. So I don't have yes. Okay, so I'm doing what Nicole asked me to. I don't have a lot of apps that I use, but I have people all the time who ask me, what are your apps? Those are them. I think the next page, yeah, that's Shutterfly, because I had to make an album. So these are the only photography apps that I have on my phone. That's it. Because I can get anything accomplished using just these 9 things. There you go. What's the sticky? What's a sticky? What's a sticky? What's a sticky, Jackie? Oh, that's a pop socket. I just got it. It's a donut. I can hold my phone. And it props it up. So we got it in Colorado. My son got a American flag, and they were making fun of me because I got a donut because I don't eat donuts. But I can hold my phone like this and text with my thumb, but I can also prop it up. So it's kind of cool. It was $9. It's called a pop socket. It does not stick to anything. I did have a suction cup that I used when I stuck to mirrors and windows, but it broke. So I went to video myself cooking, just my hands and work surface with my phone. I looked it up online and it shows camera equipment. Any ideas? I wouldn't do that at all. Honestly, personally, I would use camera and video, and I would just video myself and get the phone in the right spot. Because I don't think you have to spend a bunch of money on this stuff when it comes. If you have an iPhone or an Android, most of these things are available just on your phone. And I would try what you already have before investing a bunch of money in stuff that may or may not work. The one thing I do have is a little tripod. It's got movable legs. I can stand it up and prop my phone up on that. So that would be the only other thing if you don't feel like you're good at just propping stuff up. But I use books and water bottles, and I just prop my phone up next to it, and that's it. And I think I've done pretty good. The tripod works great. Yes, thank you for listing those, Tara. I think I even posted something before. If you go to Amazon and you look up iPhone tripods, there's so many you can choose from, and one has a little it just clamps down on your phone. Great. And it just sits there and it has a tripod. I think that's a great one if it fits your phone, but make sure that it is. Dia is going to show a lot of stuff when she talks too, because she is going to do a segment. Okay, so I have 2 minutes left. Now, what I want you to be sure of is do ask questions. At the end, we will go back and scroll through them and make sure that we try to cover everything. If not, even after the call ends, we'll go back and we'll maybe take some screenshots and make sure that we get all the questions answered, because this is important. And we want to make sure that we honor your time that you're investing right now, but also that we get all your questions answered. So I'm going to filter in or sprinkle in, gotta stop looking at Nicole's baby. I'm going to sprinkle in why it's important to share your story between everybody, because I get to do that. But in 1 minute, Tara is going to be on here talking about graphic design, because that's super important. And I don't want people to get freaked out about it, because she's going to give you some great tips about how to just make yourself stand out, which is what graphic design is. It's personalization, it's making things pretty, and it's making people go, whoa, that's really cool. What does that say? So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Tara and mute myself and unmute her.
Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, basically, the best thing you need to know is keeping it simple. You don't want to put too much verbiage on your graphics. You don't want to be overpowering with tons of fluorescent colors and crazy designs everywhere because it's distracting from your message. You need to really think about what you want to present to others. And one thing that I've learned just from photography and graphic design that's kind of all on Beachbody was I would go and look in magazines and online and like just look at what my eye. So like the ad, I'd be like, hot dang, I love that font, or I love that color combination, or I really like that idea of this photo right here with words like this, or whatever the case might be. Start finding yourself a really cool inspiration collection. I screenshot a lot of things or save image and put it in a folder for future reference. And it's what's really helped me kind of get a grasp on what is appealing to the eye, because let's face it, those people who design those went through many years of college to learn how to market and to grab our attention. And so I'm going to take advantage of their education. So really quick, I'm going to give you a few don'ts, a few do's, and then I'll tell you the tools I use and actually show you how I use them. Lauren, please keep track of the time because I get talking. So a few don'ts. Don't feel the need to recreate everything. And guys, I'm telling you this from personal experience because I thought I had to do everything just my way, and it had to be unique just for me, and I had to do it perfectly. And I put a lot of stress on my shoulders, and let's just lay that out there right now for everything Beachbody related. There is no reason to recreate the wheel because it's already been done. And so, yes, you want to add your own flair. Yes, you want to do your own thing, but don't feel like you have to recreate every single thing for your chads, for coaching community, sneak peeks, or whatever. We have an amazing community and Made to Thrive. We do these events together all the time. Please do not feel like you have to recreate everything. And when you do, just take it slow. Just do one thing here and there, kind of dabble your feet in it. Don't feel like you have this whole list of things, a whole list of ads or whatever the case might be, just because you want to. I fell victim to that, and it took me away from my business, which was weird because I thought I was working in my business and it wasn't doing anything for my business. It didn't make me thousands of dollars by doing my own graphic. I can guarantee you. Do not spend hours doing this. I used to do that in Illustrator and Photoshop and all these great, huge, expensive programs that I had for photography. It didn't do anything for me. And so I'm getting ready to show you a fast, easy, cheap way to do it. But do not go down that rabbit hole. Another one is don't get sucked into perfection. Progress is better than perfection. So getting the information out there for potential clients, potential coaches is way more important than having the perfect font or the perfect image. So take that pressure off yourself and do not overthink it. Okay, but things that you definitely want to do is stop the scroll. Just like Lauren said, you want something that's like, what's that all about? Or like have that selfie with something you share. You want to share your story, but you want to do it in a way that will make people kind of like pause before they scroll, or even we definitely want them to stop, right? Make it easy. That's where Canva's going to come in here in just a minute. And be quick and efficient with it. Just get it done. Don't over stress this. And I think I'm preaching more to myself than that because I'm a perfectionist. I got a little bit of OCD going on. But I'm just going to assume you guys are maybe just a smidgen like me and just learn from my mistakes. I promise you don't want to go down that path. Okay, so tools I use. I am going to share my screen really quick with you ladies because I want you to see this. Okay. And if you guys have questions, I can't see them right now, but I will get to them as soon as I'm done. Okay, so one of the greatest things that I have come across is colors.co. It's coolors.co. COOLORS.co. It's a great way to kind of find color combos if you are interested in branding yourself, wanting to find your branding colors, or just want some colors that you think are cool for whatever graphic you're trying to pull off. This is a free website, and you get to just click through it and let the generator find colors that match. So you can go through and explore, but it is something. I'm trying to figure out why it pulled up a whole. Wait, there we go. Okay, so you can kind of see what appeals to you when you're looking at this type of screen. So say you just really want something beachy, summery. Let's just go with this. Getting ready for like maybe a bikini something or whatever the case might be. I screenshot these because it has the color code numbers at the bottom, and you can use those in Canva, which I love. So then you have what a designer has already put together for you on what's appeasing to the eye for colors that go together. So I love, love, love this as just a quick and easy way to find colors that are appealing to the eye. So you might want to go through and save some of those also. Another great way to do it, and I'll show you guys really quick. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm just go by the wind, just do it, right? Okay. Pinterest is, you know, it's another rabbit hole, but if you have, I have to set timers every time I'm on here, but they actually have color schemes or color palettes that you can search on here too, and they are amazing that like match photos. I mean, like, check it out. Right? Aren't those beautiful? I love looking in here to get ideas too. And then of course I screen save or screenshot, whatever, and put it in that folder for inspiration for later. Okay, so Canva. Here is my, well, yeah, this is what it looks like for me when I get in because I have already a bunch of designs. When you go into Canva, canva.com, you have all kinds of options to you. The coolest thing about Canva is once you start making designs, it saves it all in your account. You see all these things I've done? I don't have to recreate a lot. Once it's done, it's done. Like this, my weekly schedule for my team, I just go in and update it every week and just share it again with my team. So it makes it super duper easy. Canva is completely free to you. There are images. If you want to use their stock images in here, it costs $1. Cheapo depot. Most stock images, if you go to like iStockPhotos.com or something like that, it's anywhere from $10 to $30 an image. So to be able to have access to a professional, really awesome image for $1 is pretty phenomenal. Another thing that you can do in Canva, if you already have a branding, color, logos, different things, you can upgrade to their business Canva, and it can save all your branding, colors, fonts, all different things for you. I personally do not do that. Watch how techno savvy I am. I don't pay the $10. I have the Post-it note of my color codes for all my colors that are part of my branding just stuck to my computer. I know, I'm cheap, I guess. I spend enough money on everything else. Okay, so I'm going to walk through some really super quick things to show you
You have 1
I
minute.
can't see any of the chat. Do I need to look at that?
1
Ah! Okay, I'm going to do something real quick. Okay. This is what I have you for. Okay, so it has everything for you already, the dimensions. So I'm going to do something super duper fast. What was I going to do? Okay, so a Facebook cover event, like for one of your free groups, challenge groups, whatever. The greatest thing is if they already have things over here, and you'll see some with dollar signs. Those are the ones that cost $1. And then you'll see some with free. And I was going to show one super quick. I'm hurrying. I'm chatty. Okay, I had it all picked out, and now see, this is the problem. You get into a rabbit hole if you spend too much time. That's why I'm saying make it super fast and efficient for you, because honest to goodness, I could do this all day and be a happy camper. Okay, I really can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is a free one. This is one that I did. I 3-day refresh group. And so I didn't have to change the font at all because I liked it. They've already done the hard work for me. Delete that craziness. Delete this craziness. Move this down. Make it look pretty. Like, you really can have them do the hard work for you and make it look very professional. And that's it. If you wanted to, you can change the font and color. You can upload pictures by doing this simple little drag and drop. Like, you can put your selfies or whatever in there, and it can upload images for you. And then when you are all done, why is it not? You just download it. And you can download it in several different formats. And it's so easy to do. And if it's something that you did one of their images that cost $1, it would bring up that information for you. Like, are you sure you want to pay for this image? And that is it. Sorry.
No,
I know, 10 minutes went by fast.
I know. I have a feeling we're going to come back to that a little bit because that's super valuable stuff. And I think a lot of people get hung up there. So thank you, Tara. And you guys remember to ask.
You're welcome.
And but I'm going to touch on a little bit of what you said. And you can get really stuck in creating things and going a little overboard. But it's not about perfection. It's about being real. And so the first thing I wanted to share just about sharing your story is don't just share the highlight reel. I think you connect more when you're vulnerable. And that's what tomorrow's National Wake Up Call is all about, is vulnerable is actually powerful. Vulnerability is actually successfulness. Is that even a word? I don't even know. Success. Wow, that's really loud. Vulnerability is actually success. And this took me probably 4 years to understand. And when I did, it was so empowering, and so it's like such a weight had been lifted off of me because I was trying to just share the good, the happy, I'm going to put on my happy face even when life is terrible. And you know what? People are not happy 100% of the time. And if you're constantly happy, they can never measure up to the standard that they believe you've set. And that was the comments. Those were the comments, or the, the critique I was getting from people is I could never do what you're doing because I've got this in my life. And I'm like, whoa. You got to stop, because I had to, there's literally a bug. Okay. When I started sharing that life wasn't all roses and rainbows, people started connecting. And so the first thing, like Tara was saying, is you've got to find a balance. You can go all in, you can get lost in la la land, and you can create your graphics and you're trying to make them perfect, but that's not ever going to happen. It's the same with our story. Is if you share, and I'm writing this thing down, if you just create a post in your own words and you share from your point of view, share it. Don't critique the heck out of it. You'll never post it because you'll always find something wrong with it or try to tweak it or try to change it. And I had been a coach a few days. I do not know who is texting me, but it's really annoying right now. I had been a coach a few days, and I made my first invitation post. I sat there for 3 hours and could not press the send button. I mean, I was talking myself out of it. And I don't want you guys to ever be at that point where you think what you have to say is not going to reach anybody, or it's not important, or it's not good enough, because you're going to reach someone every time you put yourself out there and you share a little bit of yourself. So push send, walk away, go make a shake, go do a workout, come back. And you know what? I swear, if you be quiet, people are going to respond to you in your real voice. So now I'm going to let Dea talk, and I'm going to be quiet, and I'm going to figure out why I have 8 texts. So Dea.
You're breaking up. We good? Good. Okay. All right. So my name is Dea. Hello, everyone. My topic videos, which is really interesting because that was with my business. Going back to what Lauren just said about vulnerability and making sure that things are perfect and everything, I hated how I looked in videos. Our basement isn't the nicest thing in the world as a background, and it just goes back to just doing it. And so that I just find it funny that I'm sharing about this topic, because it was one thing that was the hardest for me, was to post videos. But videos really help, just like how we talk about with posts and with pictures, to get your face in the picture, to get you in the picture. Videos help to personalize your business. How many coaches do you feel like you know just from the videos that they post? I mean, that is going to allow people to trust you, people to open up to you, people to just see who you are, other than just, you're a Beachbody coach. They are going to get to know you and your personality, and it's really going to help you and your business stand out amongst all the rest of the ones that are out there, because there's so many. So I have a couple of notes here just so I stay on track here, because I am a rambler and I tend to get off track. So, give me a little cut it out if I'm doing that. But videos can help to demonstrate your product. Okay. You can tell people about these programs over and over again, but being a former teacher, knowing about visual learners, and that a lot of people respond really well to seeing it, showing them through a video is going to open their eyes to it so much more than just telling them about it. Oh, they're 30-minute workouts, it's a combination of, body weight training and weight training or whatever it may be. But showing them is letting people really see what you have to offer. Okay. So my first tip is to show a variety of our programs. I say this because I learned my lesson with that I had a potential customer who, was one of my mother's friends. So she was in her 50s, I'm in my 20s, and I was posting a lot about Insanity Max 30 and T25 and all of those HIIT style programs. And she said to my mother, I can't sign with it. I can't sign up for one of her challenges. I can't do what she does. Oh, eye opener. Hello. Whatever programs may not be your cup of tea. Okay. Country Heat size, I can't do those in front of people, but you need to get out of your comfort zone and share everything that we have to offer, because Beachbody does such an awesome job hitting every single person and their interests and their fitness levels, and you need to make sure that you're putting that out there and doing it in a video so people can see how, maybe it's low impact, or they can look at it and say, oh my gosh, I can do that. Get all of that out there. Show them what we have to offer. Okay. My next tip is that it shows that you don't need fancy equipment. Okay, so I was so worried about, you know, my basement, and there's this giant snowman that my husband made that was a joke between his family that's sitting on our wall, and it's in every single one of my, my videos, and you don't need to care about that stuff. Like, yes, clean up whatever area it is, but whatever's there, like, just post it, guys. Like, who freaking cares if there's something like weird and kind of embarrassing in the background? But post it. You don't, that's what we're trying to share with people, is that you can just throw on your sneakers. You don't have to have matching clothes, and you can go downstairs or go in your living room and get this, sorry, shit done. You know, like, just, that's what it shows them. You can get it done wherever you are. And again, telling them versus showing them in the video. Wow, look at her workout space. Like, she has a couple of weights, she has a rug, and she has her computer. You know, I can do this, no excuses kind of thing. Going live is a huge thing with Facebook, with our businesses now. And rather than the highlight reel in every single video, which is something that I need to step a little bit more into, is going live with your workouts and showing people that you struggle through them too. You know, that you're not just adding those frames and putting the best ones of you in that video, because I tend to do that a lot. Live and need your help, keep me accountable or keep me pushing or whatever it is, showing that you struggle during workout, showing the realness of that workout, just showing them that, I mean, they can do this too, and it's okay to struggle through it. You know, not everything is going to be perfect with it. Next one is music versus no music. So I used to add music to every single one of my workout videos. I started to always get the objection of, I can't stay motivated with at-home workout programs. So I stopped adding music to my videos, and I have the voices of those trainers in the background because I think that they're kick-ass and they motivate the heck out of me. Shaun T in the background, like, come on, you know? So I stopped adding music to them. I will sometimes add music if it's my own workout circuit. I'll add it just because I don't have anything on in the background. But if it's those Beachbody programs, I have that audio in my videos so that people can hear exactly what I'm listening to and what's motivating me to get through that workout. Okay. Another thing that you can do, I was a fitness instructor for years, personal trainer, former teacher. So I like teaching people. You can pull out like your favorite move from the workout as like a move of the day or something like that. So it doesn't always have to be you doing the workout itself. You can kind of break it down and you can show people how to do it. And you don't have to be an expert in the field of fitness or whatever, but you can even take it and say, you know, a year ago I couldn't do this move, but because I've grown in my strength and blah, 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 I'm going to break this move down for you. And here's what, you know, here's how you can challenge yourself with, you know, whatever, a try for a minute or yada, 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 and break down that proper form that you might hear those trainers talk about. But I mean, videos are huge in your business. They are going to increase the interaction on your page. Videos keep people on your page longer than just a post would, and Facebook rewards you for putting videos out there. Regular videos, live videos, whatever it is, videos. The algorithm, whatever it is, they continue to put those in the newsfeed. So people are going to see you, see your business, see your page more than if you're just putting a post out there, okay? So I try to shoot for one video a day, no matter what kind of video it is. That's just me. That's what my goal for every day is, to try and do that. And my people know that it's coming. You know, some kind of video is coming for the day. So a few of the things, little tidbits that I have. So people were asking about, you know, something that used to stand up for their camera. Don't let that hold you back from taking videos. I used to stand my phone up against the nice, oh my gosh, what were like beer glasses that my husband had on the top of our fridge in our basement. Like, and that worked for the beginning of my business. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, but just get it done. But then I invested in this thing, and it's just a little tripod, and then you can like change the length of it and stuff like that and make it taller and angle it down and stuff. And for videos, it actually works great. It comes with a little clicker. It's a Bluetooth clicker, so it hooks right into your phone, signals to that, and then I can just stand wherever I am with that video and click it to start and to stop, and that helps me a lot. You can also change, you can put your video, your camera horizontal or vertically, and depending on which app I'm using, I change how I'm filming myself. So for iMovie, if you film horizontal. That fits way better in iMovie than vertical. I've just noticed that. And then if I'm doing pick frame, which is a collage that I do, I'll do it vertical because I just find that it works better formatting wise in that app. I used to use Pick Play Post for videos, and when you upload to Facebook, they come out really blurry. So I don't know if any of you guys use that and you notice that, but when I switched to Pick Frame, they came out very clear compared to that other app. I use iMovie whenever I'm doing ads for my Facebook like page. Again, it's just the video formatting, having it horizontal, and try and have yourself fill up as most of the frame, the screen as you can. I used to take my videos super far away. Where it was, the more you see me. Like have yourself be in that frame as much as you can. So play around with it. Again, don't spend too much time making it perfect. I am all about quick things now. It used to be, oh, how can I make this prettier? Oh, I really don't like how I look in that one. Let me redo that one. Heck no, like, I don't care how I look more. Just put it in there that you're sharing something valuable and post it, and then it doesn't have to be, you don't have to have all these fancy things. Not that this fancy is like $21. You don't have to have these things to post and help you with whatever you're trying to do, because honestly I think that saving time and ease of things is the goal rather than making things perfect. So yeah, how am I doing with time? I can't hear anything that's
You're 1 minute over, 2 minutes over, but that's okay. It's great.
I'm good. Cut me off.
No, you're good. I think those are all amazing. Those are all amazing tips. We all need to not only know, but be reminded of, because I stopped doing music on my own. I wanted people to hear Joel and Jericho. I wanted to be able to say stuff. I wanted to be able to go, you guys, this really sucks. Or guess what? I'm still doing it. And something that you said that was so smart is you don't have to show a whole workout video. Sometimes people just want to know how to target one area of their body. And you guys, we have ab videos. We have leg videos. We have upper videos. And so what I did was I did an ab series where I showed like probably 4 or 5 different works or 4 or 5 different moves. People loved it. And then I did a video that was just push-ups. It was like different kinds of push-ups, from tricep push-ups to wide to narrow to angled and people were just like, oh my gosh, I can't even do those. I said, guess what? Neither could I before this. And so that kind of was like, oh, okay, so she struggled too, but look what she's able to do. But it was just push-ups on your knees, not on your knees. And it was the simplest thing, and it didn't even have music. It was just sequenced together with iMovie, easy peasy, just and editing the clips. And trust me, I didn't take a tutorial on iMovie either. I just took the video, stopped, then put them all in there, edited it down, da-da, easy. So again, back to that, don't overcomplicate this. Make it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. KISS, I'm not calling y'all stupid. It's KISS. It's an acronym. And honestly, it's something that we all need to be reminded of, because we're like looking over here at what so-and-so is doing, and we're looking over here at how pretty theirs is, but we don't know if they have a graphic artist working for them. We don't know if they have some stock photos already saved. We don't know what's going on with that. So we've got to stick with what works for us. And if we can make it pretty, do what Tara said. Go, take some pictures that you think are really awesome and add some text in. You guys look professional when you do that stuff. She was showing some stuff from Pinterest and it was beautiful. And I was just like, duh, why don't I get someone else's picture of some vegetables and put free clean eating group? I don't have to go to the store and buy a bunch of vegetables just to take a picture. Why make life hard? Or I can find a pretty beach picture without hauling my cookies down to the beach to take a picture. I can find all those things and make it simple for myself. And it's probably going to look a lot better with someone else's photo. And so, okay, that was a kind of a cool, like crazy segue, right, Cami? So Cami is going to talk to us. Sorry, my daughter's literally texting me because she just has this knack about being annoying right when she knows that I'm busy. Literally, it's like a gift. So, Cami is going to talk about food facts, food hacks, and nutrition posts. And seriously, she's incredible. She knows how to take things and tweak them and make them healthy and make them delicious and make them appealing to people. And so these are simple things you guys can do to show people that it's not difficult to eat better and take care of your body. So I'm going to stop talking and let Miss Cami have the floor.
I have an acronym for KISS. It's Keep It Simple Smarty Pants, because that worked better with the people I hang out with. The stupid thing wasn't really very good. So my very first tip for everybody is, when I first started running my free food groups and my food hacks, as I like to call it, I've noticed that if I go 7 days or longer, I lose people. They don't stay focused. Their attention span is gone. So together, my team and I kind of got together, because we run these groups together. I make my coaches get involved. If you want to invite people to the food hack group, you're going to get involved in it, because it teaches them nutrition things that they can share with their teams or people, or, you know, on their pages or whatever. And the more of us in there having feedback with one another, because think about it, when we all invite 2 or 3 people to a group, nobody really knows who's coaches at that time and stuff, right? Because we're each inviting our own people. So you need your coaches to get in there and help you with these groups, especially if you're a small team and you're trying to grow. So we do 5-day groups now, 5-day food hacks. We start on a Monday, we end on a Friday, and it has been phenomenal. It has just taken off for us all of a sudden. And we can call them simple things, like we did a 5x5, which was 5 days of 5 ingredient meals. And every day we would post the recipe, pictures of the meal. So of course, some of your footwork will have to be done ahead of time. I'm going to give you an example. Sunday is always my food prep day. It always really has been, even before I was a coach. That's what I do. And I usually do a thing about a little video that, here's your coach's kitchen for the week, and I show them all the food prep I'm doing, and I show them different pots and different things I'm doing, and that's went over really well. That's been a great thing. But now I'm doing videos on that day, not necessarily that the public sees, because I'm getting ready to run some more food programs, some more 5-day food things, and one of them that's coming up is a 5-day vegan challenge. So all of the meals I made today, I did each one individual videos, video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, video 5, boom, done. Because a lot of what I hear from people is the recipes are great, the pictures are pretty, but I don't know how to do it. It only takes, seriously, it took me like not even 10 minutes per video, because I do really fast, easy food hacks. You're not on there trying to make a lasagna. You're not trying to make, you know what I'm saying? Don't do complicated stuff. People don't have time for that, and they don't even really want it, because a lot of the people who come to these groups, they work all day. You know, they want to go home and they want to grab their vegetables that are in a jar in the fridge that they've already roasted on Sunday. They want to grab the pasta that's in a baggie that they've already pre-made. You want to teach them simple food hacks. Make your rice ahead. All this stuff will last a week. My rice lasts for a week. My pasta lasts for a week. My roasted potatoes last for a week. My roasted vegetables last for a week. So day 1 can be how to get yourself prepped and ready. And then the rest of the week can be how to put these things together as really quick, simple meals. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. I know I talk really fast, so if I need to slow down, give me the finger. So here are just a few of the little things. Okay, I already talked about keeping it short. You want to have lots of content in a food group. If you're doing a food group, you can Google for content. You can Google for anything that you want to know. I happen to have a degree in nutrition, but you can Google everything I know. I know because I've done it. You know, I mean, every once in a while I need to update my own stuff. So let people come to you with questions. I still, like yesterday, somebody said, well, where do you get your creatine? Where do you get your vitamin A? Now, vitamin A was an easy thing, but I had to go, creatine, wait a minute. I think you can only get that from me. How do I answer that, right? So I had to go do some research on it and get back to them. You know, so you can Google anything. It is your friend. So don't be afraid, you know, tell them to ask questions. You want them, the more questions that they ask, the more engagement that you have going on here. So you need that. And you want to make them want more. So make sure your pictures are pretty for this. I know we're not supposed to spend a whole lot of time on that, but you know, like I have this little setup. I don't know if you can see it. This is a really nice area for pictures. Find a place with natural light for food pictures. It's always going to be the best in natural light. Get yourself a nice little setup. And I just discovered this recently that you can do where it blurs the background and only shows focus on the food itself. And boy, those pictures are phenomenal. Those ones are getting people snapping their attention. So you want your food pictures to look good. You want your recipes to be as simple as possible. Pinterest, again, Pinterest. I mean, I swear to God, if you're not on Pinterest, you're just losing out, right? And I was a late comer to Pinterest. Victoria actually showed me Pinterest. She's like, why are you missing out on all this? And I was like, I don't know, but I've got it now. I'm all in love with Pinterest. Like butternut squash, my favorite food in the whole world that I do everything with. I make butternut squash paste. That's like people are nuts about it. You can make pizza sauce out of it. You can make like an aioli sauce. You can do so much stuff with butternut squash. I found a whole page of it. So, I haven't even made it through a third of those recipes. So you have to make them want more, because at the end of your food hack, which is only going to be 5 days, it's going to go really fast. This is one of the busiest free groups we ever run. It's just like, we will have people before we have a chance to say, hey, we're going to be running another one, blah, blah, blah. They're like, when's your next one? Can I bring a friend? And right now, maybe it's only rolling over. They're just wanting to come for the free stuff for the food. We don't care. We have people's interests. People are watching our pages. I got 5 new likes today while I was doing my prep today, on my business page. And that's probably the most I ever got in like a really short amount of time. I was like, yes, this is working. It's working for me. That's exciting, because I haven't had a whole lot of things work for me in the last year. I've had to feel my way around here. My niche is food. My niche is nutrition, but it can be anybody's, because like I said, you can Google anything you want to know, any question they come to you with, or ask in our group. If one of you guys tagged me in there and said, hey, do you know anything about vegan, vegetarian, paleo? I've actually even done paleo and I'm a vegan. But I mean, if you ask something like that, probably several somebodies are going to give you some information, or at least help you point you in the direction of where to find that. You need to know where to, or how to, you threw me off with the message. Thank you, Michelle. Totally messed me up when I saw that pop up down there. Thank you, though, for that. There's nothing that I wouldn't help you guys with in the Thrive group. I mean, if you guys ask in there, I am going to try to help you with whatever I can when it comes to food and nutrition. I share that kind of stuff freely with everybody. So seriously, just my whole thing is keep it simple. Like she says, keep it simple, all you guys, because if you make it too complicated, you lose people. If you make it too blah, you lose people. Get a really nice, pretty background for your free group. You can change it around. I mean, we just swap art. Like, I went and found food pictures too. That's what I did. I found some heart-shaped food pictures, some really pretty, vibrant, bright ones. And we just put food hack. I them for whether it's a 5-day vegan challenge, whether it's a 5-day crock pot challenge. Man, you guys, you would be shocked. You could do food hacks every single week all year. That's how many there are. You could do everything with butternut squash, everything with potatoes. I mean, you could just keep switching it and keep switching it and keep switching it. And it goes so fast. And there is so many people that want easy food stuff, that you will get, and they'll roll over into your next group. They will actually come to you and they'll start watching your stuff to see when you have the next one. I just put my event thing up today and I've already had 10 people contact me, so I mean, it's like they were waiting. I was like, wow, okay. But like, seriously, if you don't have coaches to get involved, if you're new and you don't have coaches to get involved, then ask in the Thrive and ask if there's a couple coaches that would consider doing it with you and just coming in and being members, and discussing the recipes and stuff with you, or helping you find the recipes that you want to use. Try to stick with a specific subject. Seriously, if you like do a potato hack one week, like do all the different ways of making it, you're only going to do 5 days. So you could do mashed potatoes, scallop potatoes, French fry, fried, roasted, whatever. So try to stick with something and build around that thing. You notice I don't say anything about meat because that's on you guys. If you want to do meat stuff, I don't have meat hacks. I don't do meat hacks. So if you want to do, if you're going to do those, you're going to have to find your own information on those. But find one thing. Cabbage. We did a cabbage one, and people loved the cabbage one. I'm not even huge on cabbage, but we did sauerkraut, homemade, and all kinds of different stuff. They love the cabbage one, so they want me right now. People want me to do a faux. I don't know if you guys seen this, but I did a faux, what's the thing that goes with cabbage, that neat? Corned beef. I did a faux corned beef. My husband hated it. I loved it. It's actually made out of wheat gluten, vital gluten, but it looked like corned beef, smelled like corned beef, did not taste like corned beef, but you can pretend because you can throw all the sauerkraut stuff on it. Anyway, so we're going to be doing one of those pretty soon, faux meats. How to make faux meat. Like faux hot dogs out of carrots. Doesn't that sound like fun? Make it fun. I know. I didn't say that they were all going to be good. Sometimes you're just going to say, hey, this is how you make a pretend hot dog taste like crap, but it looks like a hot dog. And people think that's funny and they like it. Make them laugh, make them smile. You can go live in those food groups. They love it when you go live in there, and let them ask questions. Any questions that they like on Wednesdays, what I usually do, I'll go live and say, if you've got questions, now's the time, and my time is up. So that's if you need any more information, just ask and thrive. I'll gladly share.
I forget to unmute. I'm like over here blabbering away.
Oh.
I think it's so smart to just do food hacks, but I never thought about how I could do meatless things, because honestly, every time I try to share that, people will be judgmental, but I'm just like, and then the sassy part of me goes, yeah, but do you eat McDonald's or do you eat processed foods? Then please don't judge me because I'm actually a lot healthier. So I'm sorry. Because people want to cut you down, but they don't want to don't talk about the stick in my eye if you got the plank in your own kind of thing. Which Shay Sanford did this awesome post about Shakeology. She's like, how funny that when you talk about all the healthy ingredients that are in this, you have haters, but then you're not even thinking about what you put in your body every day, or not even looking at the ingredients list. But the minute I talk about nutrition, you become an expert in telling me how I should eat and how unhealthy I am. That's a bunch of junk. So I love that Cami is so creative and how she does potato hacks. Or for me, I talk about, and this is me, this goes back to your story and kind of rolls into what Monica wants to share. It's sharing you. So someone really close and smart, Summer Tucker, said, remember who you were before you became a coach. Remember how people talked to you and what attracted you to becoming a coach. Talk to those people. Talk to yourself when you're sharing things. Talk to people who want to know things like you. So the busy mom, the sports mom, the traveling mom, the military mom, who's the single mom. Think about who you are and who you're trying to reach. And so for me, we get home most nights late, or I have kids getting home late now that they're older and one's driving. And so they want food immediately. And I'm like, oh. So it's like, pop a pizza in, fail. Or what if I had a bunch of, I have meat eaters. So what if I had a bunch of grilled chicken already prepared? They could just pull out and throw in, a wheat tortilla and make something of it, make a quesadilla. Super simple. Or heat up veggies that we've already cooked. Those kind of things. It doesn't take a lot of prep work. And it's such a no-brainer that when you share that with people, they go, gosh, doesn't that take a lot of time? And I'm like, no, just watch Amy prep every Sunday for her entire week. How simple is that to put everything in little containers and have it ready in your fridge? You can cook cups and cups and cups of rice and have it ready to go. And so you're not waiting on a rice cooker that takes an hour to cook 6 cups of rice. Or, you know what I'm saying? So all such smart ideas that we can share with people. I have a couple of minutes. And so I'm going to tell a little bit more story. You guys all know that life isn't perfect. Hello. And this past year, that was something that God really taught me a lot about, was instead of trying to just share the happy stuff, go ahead and share the real stuff. And talk about depression, talk about being lonely, talk about not having your crap together, talk about having a teenage daughter, talk about how hard life is. And let me tell you, being vulnerable like that and being able to just say, look, guys, this is us. This is our reality. And I know life's not perfect, but maybe tomorrow's going to be better, but I'm still going to take care of myself because I'm the only one who can. So take it back to that. I'm not selling anything. I'm not pushing a product. I'm not talking about Shakeology. I'm talking about life. And that was something huge that I learned this year to share. Was this is what's going on in my family. This is what's happening. So please don't think that I've got it all together. Please don't think that I've got everything planned out or that I have this perfect life. Because people are like, oh, you have it so easy. You're so strong. Oh my gosh. Please stop thinking that. Please stop putting people on a pedestal and thinking your life is harder. Let me just tell you. And so I realized I had to share life isn't all roses and rainbows. And it connected me on a deeper level with so many more people. And quite a few of those people are coaches, because they said you're the first person to just be real about depression. You're the first person to be real about how hard it is to be a military wife. We had great conversations about teenagers. And that led to, what do you do? What do you do? I'm a personal trainer. What the? I am a Beachbody coach. Oh, I've always wanted to know more about Beachbody. Really? Weird. It's just funny how life plays out that way. So be vulnerable. And don't always try to share the happy stuff or the stuff you think people want to hear. Like, you think people are going to be attracted just to you've got it all together and you have all your food portioned out. And, sometimes it's okay to be just like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm doing. But at least I got my workout in, so score. I at least did that for myself so that I'm not a momzilla, those kind of things. And here's something real for you guys. Monica is supposed to present next, but she just lost her grandmother. So she has spent all day cleaning out her grandmother's house. And she said, I've literally tried to make a video, and I posted what she made on YouTube. She just uploaded it and said, my eyes are puffy. I can't. I just can't. I said, you know what? It's fine. It's good, because this is life. This is what's real. I said, we have an awesome group right now on here, and we'll just talk about being kingdom focused and sharing your real story. So it's kind of what I've been talking about. And I'll be a little bit real with Monica, who, she's here. Oh, maybe she does want to share, maybe not. A lot of us struggle with, maybe someone has been faster growing, or someone seems to have an awesome following, or their like page just like blew up or whatever. And you go, gosh, like, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I reach people like they do? Why can't I grow my business like they are? Why can't I hit my goals like she is, or whatever? But here's the thing. We aren't all supposed to be cookie cutter coaches. We are supposed to find what we're passionate about, and we are supposed to share that. Monica, do you want to share? You said you're here. I'm waiting for you to say yes. Okay. So your picture is not showing up. You do want to share, or you don't? I'm confused.
I do. Hey, babe, I'm here.
Okay, go for it.
Let me get my video. Hold on. Hey, there I am. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, total get crap. It's probably gonna be a little different than what could you turn that down? Could you turn that down? It's gonna be a little different than the video, of course, because I'm not gonna memorize everything I said. But yeah, it's been really rough. My eyes are puffy, my head is pounding, my eyes are stinging, but I didn't want to let you guys down, because the reason why I'm here right now is because of my faith and how he's totally carrying me through this first really big loss that I've ever had. Yeah, she was 93. We loved her for so long, but it's really hard to walk through this. And if it wasn't for my faith and where he has me right now, I think it'd be so much harder to deal with. So I wanted to share this because I felt like it ties so beautifully with what we do as coaches, right? We have to bear the brunt of all the difficulties that come with being coaches and moms and wives, and losses and pain and suffering and deployment. And we still realize that God has us here for such a larger purpose than just being a coach. It is so intertwined with reaching people that need truth, need hope, need love, need joy, need just somebody to say, hey, like, you were made for more than this. You were created for so much more than feeling like you can't hit those goals. You can't lose that weight. You can't get healthy. You can't be there for your mom. You can't, or for your kids, for your husband. Like, we're put in such a bigger purpose. And if we just grasp that concept to keep our eyes on him, on those days that you don't want to share, on those days that you don't want to make new friends, and those days that you feel shut off and you're struggling with your insecurities, you're struggling with where you are right now, it's like it's taking you out of it and realizing that he's got that power, that purpose inside of you. to propel you to be able to still love others, to be able to still share you and be relatable and have somebody just be able to read your story and say, wow, like I totally can relate to her, and giving them hope. Like, I'm not alone. I have suffered with that problem. And even if it's not coach related, it's not about Beachbody. So many of the times, right? It's like posting about the difficulties you're having as a mom, the difficulties you're having as a wife, the things you love, the things you hate, the things that touch you, the things that make you fall apart, because you're sharing your life with these people. And we don't realize that this social media surge, I believe, is so applicable because so many people are afraid of social media and the exposure you have to so many people. But at the same time, it's the platform that God gives you to reach a mass of people, not just the people in your life that are your next door neighbors or your mom or your dad or your cousin. It's this platform that you can say this, whatever message it is that you want to share with like hundreds of people that you would never be able to reach otherwise. And if you think about a kingdom-minded focus, you see that that's what Jesus wants. That's what God wanted. That's what he wants. He wants us to reach as many people as possible. And as hard as it is sometimes, it's when you take yourself out of it and you just keep your eyes on him all the time, you realize, like, I can do this with you. You're going to give me the strength. I'm going to press forward. I'm going to commit all my actions to you. I'm going to do the dailies, even if I don't feel like it, because you created the world in 7 days, right? You were able to do so much in such a short period of time, but you command us to work. You don't command us to be lazy. You don't command us to just sit on our hands and expect everything to fall in our lap and be given to us. If we don't work for what he has given us, he's given us this platform, this tool, this gift, this opportunity, we just sit on our hands and do nothing, then how is any fruit going to come from it? So with that work and with that dedication and with that purpose that you have and that consistency and the vitals every day and doing it even when you don't feel like it, you're allowing God to move. Because just like I always say, I can picture myself, I'm just like Moses. All of us are just like Moses, sitting in front of the ocean and not knowing how we're going to get through it. He says, walk through it, go, I'll help you. And you're like, what are you talking about? It's so many times every day we're faced with that issue. Like, how am I going to do this? How is this working? I don't understand. And he just says, go, just put one foot in front of the other and go. And I will do the rest. So once we're walking and we're doing the active behaviors and we're doing our vitals, and he can open up the water. He can open up the floodgates and he can bring you people that you don't know if you're going to meet your next diamond tomorrow. You don't know if you're going to meet your next superstar around the corner in a week. But if you stop sharing and you stop using this platform that he's given you, you're never going to meet that person, and you're going to lose out on the opportunity that he has waiting for you right there, like right around the corner. Because I know this, and I think Lauren always reminds me, you're right around the corner. Like, just keep pressing on. And that's our walk as a disciple. That's our walk as a coach. That's our walk as a wife. That's our walk as a mom. If we give up, what's going to happen? We give up on our marriage, it's over. If we give up on our kids, it's over. We give up on our friendships, it's over. So why are you going to fight for your friendships and your marriage and your children? You're not going to fight for this opportunity that he gave you. And it's not easy, and it's not going to, his plan for you may be different than somebody else. He may want somebody to be 5-star diamond in 4 months. He may want you to really walk the mud for years before he really molds you, because you were in the mud. You need work. You need more work than the next person. But don't doubt what he's doing inside of you. And having that kingdom-minded focus is so critical, because it takes the focus off of you. It takes that pity off of you when things get hard, and it puts everything on him and allows him to work through you, and sharing what he's doing through you, sharing the struggles he's putting you through, sharing how you're overcoming it, sharing the hope that you found because of him, sharing the hope you found because of this opportunity. That's what he calls us to do. And that's what we can't ever stop. That's the purpose that we're here. It doesn't mean we're going to be Beachbody coaches forever. For some people, for others, it is for a long time. And whatever time he has, don't squander any second that he's giving you, because it's critical that you see you're also going to reap the blessings of the fruit he's going to show you when when you do go forward and you do the vitals and you don't give up and you just persist and you push through, you're allowing yourself to be used and to see his fruit. It's just, it's so critical. And I really feel like it's taken me 2 years to really get to this point because I struggled. I felt defeated for very long, but it wasn't until the end of my second year or so that I realized this is it. This is the switch that needed. And he needed me to walk through the mud. He needed me to see that. He needed me to fail. I needed to fail really bad and to get to this. And I can't regret it because it's brought me to such an incredible place now where I'm able to really see the gift that I have that he's given me. So I don't know how long I just talked. I hope you guys were encouraged by it. Yay! Love you guys. Any questions, let me know. You can reach out to me later. Thanks, Lauren. Love you.
Thank you. And what Monica said was so critical because she really did struggle for a long time because she wanted to know what had worked for everybody else and give me your scripts and what are you saying and what are you doing? And she had to find her own voice. And it couldn't come from me. It couldn't come from anybody else. And I can't remember what we were listening to, Monica. Oh, just recently I think you'd already gotten to that point. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you were listening to Joy. And she was talking about kingdom leadership. And Monica messaged me. She was like, yes, that's it. And I was like, girl, that you already get that. Because she had already had this huge epiphany that she couldn't be like anybody else. That she needed to talk about Christ. And she needed to talk about relationship. And she needed to talk about strength. And she needed to talk about overcoming and going through the mud and the mire and all of that stuff. And it was crazy how on fire she all of a sudden became. And so she had to find her focus. And it's kind of like why we do personality portraits. Some people are going to be motivated one way while another's going to be motivated another way. A Pearl wants to give everything away. She wants to be service oriented. While a Sapphire wants to be all about fun. And as long as it's fun, I want to do it. And you have to reach everybody in their own unique and special way. And I think that was just the coolest thing for Monica when she finally realized that she's not going to be like everybody else. And that's what makes her so awesome. And so that's what makes each one of you guys so awesome. And everybody who's going to listen to this and watch this, don't try to be like somebody else on this team. Don't try to follow their exact model. Yes, learn from them, allow them to mentor you, allow them to share their struggles with you, their tips, their hacks, their food hacks, their color wheels, all of the tricks that we share with you. But that doesn't mean you need to do everything like somebody else. You still have to find your voice and share your story. And remember who you are talking to every single day. Like I'm talking to me, and I'm still trying to figure out who me is. Even today, almost 5 years later. And so that's the huge thing about personal development is I am still learning who I am and who I'm not and who I'm trying to be and who I shouldn't try to be. And so share that journey with other people because there are so many people out there who are like, oh my gosh, she just said something to me that I've been suppressing or hiding or I couldn't put out there or I just needed someone else to say it so I didn't feel crazy. And if we can find the strength and the voice to do that, we are giving people freedom. We are giving them the opportunity to come out of that shell or to come out of hiding that they put themselves in just because we took the first step and we were vulnerable. So I can get on my soapbox and just get all crazy. But this is something I'm not good at, okay, Nicole? And I really am excited that you're willing to talk about it because I don't like free groups. But I'm really glad you do because I have my pen and paper out because I am determined to do this better. And then when Nicole's finished, we have a few minutes of wrap up and just kind of sharing questions and stuff like that. And we can talk about maybe a couple of things that we haven't touched on. But I'm excited to hear from Nicole, who is clean and she's just taking care of her baby. She's ready.
Trying. I got all the kids to bed and I jumped in the shower while I was listening. So we're good. I won't lose too much sleep tonight. Okay, so with challenge groups, I know this is social media, but with challenge groups, those are things that you need to be talking to people about, not just on social media all the time, but also in person. Like people that you come in contact with at your kids' games, or people that you see at the grocery. I mean, just anytime someone that it comes up a conversation about fitness, when you say, "Oh yeah, I do fitness challenge groups," people go, "Oh, what's that?" Because people are very motivated by competition. Like it's just somehow, um, even non-competitive people are motivated by some kind of competition, not necessarily to each other, but like within themselves. So I'm going to share my screen. So I made a fancy little PowerPoint. Challenge groups. Yay. Okay. Okay. So basics. I got this first tip from actually one of my coaches who started doing it, and it helped a lot. Make an event. So make an event on Facebook. And so say your challenge group is going to start on April 1st. Make the event to start April 1st in the comfort of your own home. Add a little description. Don't just mass invite, like click on people that you think will go, or Facebook will get mad at you. And then after you invite people, send the messages of your invites. Like send your actual, hey, I invited you to this challenge group, to this fitness group. I just thought you might be interested. If you have any questions, let me know. That can kind of be like, when you invite, it's more about starting conversations with people. That's kind of another topic for another day. But if you've already had conversations with somebody, or if you're already kind of friends with them and you invite them to this challenge group, that's okay to say, hey, I set up this event that I'm having next month. I thought you might be interested. Let me know if you have questions. Okay, so you make an event. You set it up with the start date, with the description of the group's focus. I really think each group that you do, your big challenge group should have a focus, and we'll talk about that. Invite your friends and then message them. Then post on your actual event. So say I have this event that's going to start in like a week, then I'm actually posting every morning, like Monday, hey, what's your favorite motivational quote? Or if you could set one big fitness goal, what would it be? Like huge, big, scary fitness goal. That's when people start talking about, oh, I want to do a fitness competition. I want to run a marathon. I want to run a Spartan race. Like they start interacting. But when the more people interact on those event pages, the more other people that were invited see it, and they can invite their friends to it as well. Okay, so you post daily on your event page that you made, and you interact with every single person on there. This is when you're getting people interested. With challenge groups, this is kind of my challenge group basics. Be the coach first, be the participant second. I see a lot of people that, they do, yes, I kind of sell being a coach that you're always in a challenge group. It's so much fun, but you're not participating in the challenge group. You are the knowledgeable person that people paid for. So you need to be the coach first, and then doing your workouts, and it's your accountability group, and it's your motivation and stuff too. But you actually need to be the one who's providing focus to people. I suggest posting each morning in your groups. You can have set posts like through Buffer or whatever, what's the other one? Hootsuite, which I've kind of left. It wasn't as good, but you can have it set up. So you kind of, I would say, plan out your posts generally ahead of time. Interact with your people. If you don't interact with them, and if they say that they did a workout and you don't say great job, you don't take 2 seconds. Like you should be checking into your challenge groups every day, free or not, or paid. You should be checking in there every day and saying, good job, liking everybody who's posting in there, their posts, so that they're getting recognition. Because the recognition, just like we say with the Beachbody, like our 4 vital behaviors, recognition is one of those now. This is a big thing with challenge group participants too. This is what keeps people coming back. This is what turns your challengers into lifetime clients, and turns them into coaches later. So your free groups, yay. I did these like religiously for a while, then I stopped doing them for a while. And then I went, because I was like, I'm not getting anything out of it. And then I realized I was having a very bad attitude about my position to help people as a coach. And that's kind of what it came down to, is I was realizing I'm doing all these free groups and I'm not getting anything out of it. That's not what we're called to do. That's kind of that kingdom-minded focus. Like, you're called to help people. So this is where you can help people. I mean, I have people that have done every single free group I've ever done. I've never bought a thing, ever. Never even signed up for a free account under me. Which that's one thing I changed as my requirement when they judge you with the free account. Okay, that's like one of the requirements to get into the group is they have to make that account so that it just makes sure that you get the credit for it and you are their coach. So always make sure that they sign up for you for a free account. Like Cami said, I think 5 days is really the max. Sunday, you kind of say, hey, this is what we're going to do. You kind of get everybody excited. Then you have a post and a thing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then on Saturday, you might have a, hey, who enjoyed that, whatever. But really 5 days of focus or you're going to lose people. I alternate each month doing a free food group and a free workout group, because if you only ever do nutrition, you're only going to get people who are scared of the meal prepping and scared of the food stuff. If you only ever do workouts, you're going to get people that are just love workouts, but they don't ever, like, food is not their deal. So you really need to alternate each month nutrition and workouts so that you're kind of getting more variety of people who need different things. I've even thought about throwing in like a third one, maybe once every quarter or once every few months, doing like a personal development group. Not a book, don't have to do anything, but just doing, like, putting in a blurb Monday through Friday of, kind of like Eat That Frog basics and making a to-do list basics and making goals basics. So you can alternate them however you want, but you need to make sure you're get different people. Make sure you have your schedule planned out beforehand. All your pictures, all your graphics, all your everything. Or you're going to be waking up at 5 a.m. trying to like film a workout video and do it real quick and put it on there. Well, you may be on Mountain Time Zone and somebody else is on Eastern and they've been up for 2 hours waiting on you to post workout for your booties and biceps group that you didn't post because now they need the workout for that day. So always set your 5 days. Bless you. Use the template. So if you're going to do like a butts and guts group, make your butts and guts group, have your workouts, have your 5 days of posting, save it in a Google Doc or save it in a doc and save it for later. Then if you're doing crock pots, you do that group once, you might tweak a few things, but you save it. You don't make a new one every time. You are wasting your time. And you can change the names up a little bit, but you're going to get new people. The point is to get new people. If you keep getting the same people, then you're just preaching to the choir at that point. Like, you're not going to get new customers. So you could do like 6 and then just rotate those 6 constantly. Okay. Work smarter, not harder. Interact with people. Do not sell anything in those groups. Don't even say, okay, who liked this group? I have my paid group coming up next week. Okay, we're not going to say paid. We're not going to say money. We're not going to say shake. You might do a 5-day Shakeology one. Those I have people pay for the sample packs or whatever. But you're not going to sell stuff to those groups. You are just going to make sure that everybody thought you were worth every second that they were in that group. Okay, so you offer the paid, but in small hints. Like, who thought this 5 days was tough? Or who thought this 5 days was worth waking up, early and getting our workout in. I'm going to do that I'm going to set my next goal for 30 days. My next goal. Not I'm doing another group for 30 days that you need to join. I'm going to do 30 days next time. So you add these little subtle hints in with maybe an afternoon post, maybe when you comment on people's stuff. Those are just really, really small hints that you're doing in these free groups. Okay. So the free group should not be something that's taking up a lot of your time. You should be giving good content, not just a bunch of fluff. Okay, so the free group should go into these paid groups. I'm really excited about my flow here. I worked really hard to make these go from thing to thing. You can either do a 21-day fix group or a hammer and chisel group or a multi-program group. I personally have done one group that I did only 21-day fix, and it was a mom's 21-day fix group. Other than that, I've always done multi-program. I think that if you do only one program, you start to try to sell people something that is not necessarily the right fit for them. You really need to be getting people what is right for them. So you could even do like, which I think I might do for my next group, is like really kind of getting people to do Beachbody on Demand and do like a bod bingo. So everybody gets Beachbody on Demand, so they end up with every program. But for the 30 days we do it, you have like a bingo card that you try to do every workout on the bingo card or something. So they're still, I know, really fun idea, huh? So they're still getting to pick what they want to do, but they're trying to, it's kind of like a competition of doing that. So I like the variety groups. Typically you do 30 days. I feel like you really start to weed people out around week 2 or 3. They really start to lose steam. So if you're trying to go 60, 90 days, I think those kind of challenge groups are a thing of the past. Really sticking to 30 days. I like to have a theme or a focus for the group. So sweating for summer, whatever it is. This one I'm doing right now is like personal development minded. So it's about being a better just person and like better mom, being better with time management, like setting another goal besides just fitness. Okay. So it's nice to kind of have a theme or a focus. So everybody's you can kind of tie everything into that. I like to set up with like the week before. So we have our pre-challenge group. I post examples of meal plans. I have people start talking about goals. Everybody needs to have a plan before day 1 starts, whether they're following the calendar or whether they're writing their own plan because they're working on PIO and running, or they're doing, like maybe they're taking a class or 2 at the gym during the week and then they're doing stuff at home. They need to have that 30-day calendar written out before they start. Before photos need to be done before you start, because if you don't, you can't go back. Okay, so you take the week before and you kind of get ready to go. So you make the group on your app or the group through Facebook the week before so that you can kind of start doing that the week before. Because like I said, the worst thing ever is to get into it and then you're kind of flustered. I also have my clients set weekly goals. So every Sunday, everybody sets like a major and a minor goal for the week, because you think about your 30-day goal. So what are the 4 goals you need to set to get to that 30-day goal? So that's kind of what I have people do, is they have like their big main goal. So if they want to lose, say that in a month they want to fit into a certain dress, the first week goal, they need to be habitual and do their workouts every day. The second week, they need to have lost like at least 2 inches by that week. Then the third week is they need to eat more vegetables. So whatever these small steps are to reach this big goal. Okay. Have some posts planned, but also have real-time posts. So don't just set 30 posts in buffer, because you're not going to have perfect days every day. So I have Motivation Monday, Nutrition Tip Tuesday, Extra Workout Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, High-Low Friday. Saturday is like rest day, how was your week? And then Sunday is prep day. But I don't buffer or set all of those the same. Motivation Monday, it might be, I woke up, it's freezing outside, I have no motivation, what should I do? So that might be my post that morning. So don't just buffer everything and then you don't actually have some real life interaction, because that's what people are there for. People are there to have bad days and people are there to have good days with you. So make sure you real-time posts. You can run it in the Challenge Tracker app or on Facebook. I think the Challenge Tracker app is really, really good for getting people off of Facebook, where they're not just scrolling on Facebook and wasting their time. They're actually in there to put their Shakeology in, put their workout in, put their measurements in. I don't like that the files can't be as big when you upload the files from the My Tracker portal. So just be careful with that. Like I've been putting pictures of meal plans up because like the Word documents I tried to put in are sometimes too big, but it's really good because it's like kind of a one-stop shop for everybody. Recognize your challengers, send prizes, have small contests, keep people involved, keep them excited. Like I said, this is real-time thing. This is not just I have another challenge group, join in for 30 days, do your program and we'll deal with it. Like you need to keep people going. I like to have a challenge winner, and my winner is I have everybody vote on who is the most active, who is like the most involved, the most motivating, things like that, and then send them a water bottle. It's minimal cost to you, but it gets people excited. It's a big deal to them. It's better to provide good information less often than fluff more often. So instead of having buffer posts like 1, 2, 3 throughout the day, it's better to like skip a day of maybe you just posted your workout and your Shakeology, but you didn't actually have like a theme post for that day or what was going on. But then you have 3 or 4 a week that are really good content. Okay, so sharing recipes, sharing what's really going on, sharing how hard life is sometimes, like those good content things that people are going to interact with rather than just Motivation Monday, what's your favorite workout or what's your favorite quote, and then having that every single Monday. Okay, so post less often if you need to, to provide the good information. Make sure you're with these paid groups. This is when you have to learn to tell people no. And that was very, very hard for me at first. I felt like I had to take everybody in no matter what. They either have to get a challenge pack or they have to get Shakeology if they're going to say they're training for a half marathon. If they're training for a half marathon, it is not your job to come in and change them off their course of what they're doing. Your job is to make what they're doing better. Offer the on-demand where they could do yoga once or twice a week. Offer where they could do some strength training to help them be a better runner. Offer the Shakeology. Offer the performance pack. So your job is to enhance what they're doing, but make sure for these paid groups you realize that it's okay if someone is doing their own thing to say, you know what, that's awesome. When you reach that goal, I'd be here for you if you want to do something different. I offer a pay-in to my groups. Not everybody does. I think it's worth it because of what I'm providing to them as a health and fitness coach. So that's an option. If you have questions on how I do that, you can ask me. Basically, challenge groups is where you earn your paycheck, where we change lives. So you don't just do the challenge groups, like I said, to participate in a challenge group and, hit your next goal. This is where you should really, really, really be focusing on the people that invested in you and investing back in them. And that is it. Questions on challenge groups? Sorry, I went fast.
So, wow. No, no, it was all amazing. And I'm
glad. My PowerPoint?
I love that it was a PowerPoint, you big nerd. And I am excited that it's recorded for everybody because I was just sitting here going, each one of you has basically done a team call, but it's condensed into this really cool package that we've created for everybody. But something, Nicole gave everybody a lot of really great information and a lot of good tidbits about being present and not just buffering and not just being a robot and actually investing people and continuing to invest in them even if you're not getting any return. Because we talk about invite. And when you stop inviting, you stop reaching out and you stop adding value. And that's kind of what we're supposed to do, right? Is add value to people, not just post some random thing and buffer and schedule a post every day. It's supposed to mean something. And we're supposed to change lives, like her last slide said. And I like that you said my next goal, because you are interjecting yourself into the challenge group, into the free group. And you're saying, well, I don't know what you guys are doing, but here I am. I'm going to set the example and I'm going to say, I'm going to go for 30 days. Who's with me? Something I do, and you touched on it at the very end, is when I'm having conversations with people, maybe they want a freebie. I had a girl come to me and say, could you make a meal plan or could you make a workout plan for me? I'm running 3 days a week and I'm training. And I said, I can totally do that for you. But when we talk to you about this really cool service that we have with Beachbody On Demand, where you can pick, if you know you have 3 cardio days and you need to mix resistance in, let me show you what this really is. Don't sit there and, like she said, don't change anybody's routine. Make it better. Make them a better athlete. Make them a better runner by showing them what you can do to enhance their athletic performance, their schedule, their whatever, because we have those tools. And when you forget that, you miss out on this. Like the meal planner, there are meal plans with every program for people. There are recipes. And so when people come and they want me to fix it for them, they want me to write it for them, I can then say, I'm going to give you the opportunity to choose the things you really love by using this. And you have access to it on your phone, on your computer, on and you're not selling. I don't feel like I'm selling people. I feel like I'm telling them this is what I do. And so I'm trying to make it easy for you. Instead of coming to me and me writing something for you and you not really understanding or you not really loving it, why don't you go test out a couple of workouts that you really love? Because that's what happened. She came to me and she said, would you write me a schedule? And I said, I can totally do that, but I'm going to share with you my favorite workouts. Well, not to pat myself on the back, but she wasn't ready for my level. And so she came back, she's like, I did not like that at all. And I was laughing, but I said, okay, why don't you go try now? And she came back and she said, oh, but I really like Chalene Extreme. Oh, I really don't like Siggy. I don't like lifting weights like he does at all. And I was like, cool, now you know what you like. So I told you what I like, but now you get to choose. And she got the on-demand. So just feel like we can share our experience and our story with people and interject ourselves into our challenge groups by challenging people. And that was, something Nicole said was, you're showing up daily and you're showing what you're doing, but you're also giving knowledge and you're showing, maybe you pull everything that you're sharing as far as content from Beachbody. Maybe you're pulling it straight from those challenge group apps. Maybe it's a fun fact and there's already a graphic there, but you're sharing value and you're giving people something that they didn't have before. So I'm excited to be able to share this whole thing with our team because it's so well done. Like everybody shared something special from themselves, and maybe you only got 10 minutes and you wanted 40. And maybe somebody's going to come to you and say, okay, Tara, I really need you to keep going with that because that was awesome. Or Cammie, I'd like some more of your food hacks. Or Nicole, can I have your PowerPoint presentation, which is probably going to happen. And I would love to hear more and more and more of Monica's heart and Daya's amazing information about videos and everything. So don't be scared or don't be surprised if people come to you and they're like, I really wish you would have talked a lot more. I really wish you could have kept going because you guys are so full of a ton of information. So while we still have 9 minutes, does anybody who's currently on, oh wait, there are like comments. Are you guys being doofuses? Homegirl, love you, Tara, love you too. Oh, you guys are just being doofuses. I'm drinking champagne. Hello. Like straight from the bottle, baby. It's hello. I'm not judging you, girl. It's for your milk supply, you liar. Does anybody currently on here have questions? And this is going to be our team call this week. I'm going to post the recording and be like, here's the schedule. Y'all break it up. And if you do one a day, hello, you're good. You could do this. So, I don't want to unmute everybody because I don't know what kind of background noises you have currently. I know, Daya, right? And I just think it's so cool that it doesn't matter where we are in this crazy like conglomeration or tree that I like to say. We're all one big tree. I'm not a tree hugger. Where we are in the downline or but we can all learn from one another. And that I think was a knock upside the head for me was I had been told so long, just invest in your personally sponsored coaches. And I was like, that's stupid because we're not just one straight line. We are all over the place. And if we don't allow people to share their knowledge, we're just crippling ourselves. It doesn't matter where you are. We can all learn and grow together. So I just think that's super important and something that I hope that trickles down to our entire team. Our team is pretty freaking awesome. Just gonna say it right there. And I just hope you guys see that. Jackie's awesome. Lisa's awesome. Savannah, can't see your face. Renee, Jenny, Michelle, Corinne, and Jessica. Everybody who was on tonight, I really appreciate you guys. Are you serious? You don't have any more questions in 7 minutes? No more comments? No questions? I guess to end it, don't be scared to share the scary stuff. Okay, I'm gonna fix it now. Probably one of the biggest light bulb moments for me and something that keeps coming back is when I'd been invested in personal development. I've been doing a bunch of soul searching, I guess, and the moment that it really changed everything for me was when I was like, you're a fake. You're such a fake, Lauren. You can't sit here and talk to people about being healthy and being strong and being, balance with your nutrition and not share the fact that you have this disease of anorexia. You can't. And I was like, oh, and I shared it. I shared it's a struggle all the time, that I have fun house mirrors, that I have funny rose-colored glasses that allow me to see what's not really there in the mirror. And it's a struggle for so many men and women. And I don't want you to discount the fact that it's not just women. And I feel a deep responsibility to share with women, especially moms who struggle with this, because I don't want them to pass that on to their kids. Because I see it all too often that these women who struggle continue to hate themselves and they continue to put themselves down. And those girls are watching. Those kids are watching. And so if we can share, you guys, you've got to work on yourself and not pass this down. And this is something that's hard. I'm not going to say that it's easy to make change in your life. It's not easy to transform. It's not easy to admit you don't have it all together. It's not easy to admit that you need to change. It's not easy to admit you need help with whatever, but it's so worth it. It really is. And that one moment when I thought, you know what, I'm sharing this and I'm probably going to lose half my followers because I've been lying to them. Oh no. All my followers increased, and I had so many personal messages from people who said, thank you. I really appreciate that you did that, because I'm sure that was really hard to do. So maybe you have something that you're sharing that isn't easy. I'm not telling you to go out and like bare your soul. I'm not saying, hey, everybody, I want to go see you share your deep, dark secrets. No, but just know that people are connecting with you on every level. They don't want to see the highlight reel, and that's it. They want to know that you are real. They want to know that you do struggle, that you do have sleepless nights, that you are drinking a beer, well, after nursing your kid, whatever. And hello, and tell them it's okay. Or whatever it is, that life isn't perfect, but you still show up every day. Because what's the alternative? You just give up? That's not the alternative. And I think a lot of people just kind of give in. And they think, well, I failed again. Why even try? Because next time you're going to overcome. Because guess what? There are millions of people out there just like you who just need to hear your story of overcoming something. So yes, that's our mission. That's our message. And trial into triumph, mess into message. And that's what we get to do every day. So it's a pretty cool job. And I think it's one of the best jobs. So there. Right, Dea? So anything else now that we have 3 minutes? Tara's frozen like that, which I think is really funny. On my screen, at least. Okay. All right, so this is our surge. I hope you guys got a ton of information from it. I'm going to stop recording right now so we can say goodnight.